Hello Word Nerds! We mentioned in our most recent live chat that we're gonna have a lot of guest vloggers during season 4 of the Word Nerds. And we figured what better way to kick it all off than with a big community video. And so today we are so excited that we're gonna be joined by a bunch of amazing authors, all showing off our writing spaces and talking about why writing is basically the best thing ever.
Hey, this is Ellie, and this is my writing space. So I don't primarily write in my writing space, but this is where the main revisions happen. Usually I write in my notebook, but this is where the actual revisions happen, where I type everything. I have my favorite books up top. Susan Dennard poster. Again, swish. Why do I write? That's such a hard question to answer. I write because I have to. I need the words out there. It sounds so cheesy. I write for me. I write the things I want to read. I write because I can't not write. I just want my ideas out of my head.
This is my writing space. I write because it gives you the ability to do anything, be anyone, go anywhere, and if you work hard enough at it, you can do all of that as a job.
Don't judge. This is my writing space. It's a mess, I know, but this is how I work. I don't clean while I write. I accumulate. It ends up being a disaster. I'll purge all of this when I'm done with revisions and start fresh with my new project. That space is also why I write. That's what the inside of my head looks like. It's a jumbled mess in there. All this stuff that I have to clear out, just like I have to clear out my desk. That's what writing does for me.
I don't really have a dedicated writing space in my apartment, mostly because I'm just not home enough to use one or need one, but when I do write at home, it is normally in this chair, which I love because it's comfortable and it's right in front of all my books. I have been reading and loving books and movies and TV shows since I was a kid, and I eventually reached a point where there were stories that I wanted to read, stories that I wanted to exist that didn't exist because they were in my head, not someone else's. And I realized that if I wanted those stories to exist, if I wanted to experience them, then I had to be the one to tell them.
Hello Word Nerds, my name is Helen, and today we are looking at my writing space. The first one is my bed. Number 2 is my desk. This is where I do most of my rough draft writing. And the dining room table with my little laptop that I have for school, where I do most of my academic writing. And sometimes I will do some revisions. However, this is where I do the majority of my writing, and that is the floor. As for why I write, the simple answer is because I love it. Putting those words that are in my head onto paper is one of the most fun and rewarding things I've ever done in my life.
This is where the magic happens. Over here we've got a desk. This is where basically all the writing happens. Writing companion! Are you reading Wonder Book? Do you love it? Is it the best book ever? Is it helping you with my world building? I write because I love it. It makes me stronger, it makes me feel less lonely. I've gotten basically all of my best friends through writing or a love of books. It's just the best.
I could say that I just like telling stories, but that seems to beg the question. So maybe writing for me is a way of leaving a mark on the world, showing that I did something while I was alive. Maybe.
I write, therefore I am.
Hey there, Word Nerds! My name is Meg Sill, and this is where I write. I do most of my writing at my desk, my computer, my quarterly goals right above me, got my coffee right there. So it's a great place for me to sit down and write. So often my imagination knows things about myself before I know them. I write in order to listen to my imagination. Every time I finish a story, I look at it and I see parts of myself in there that I never intended to put in. I love that I can make my thoughts real by putting them in writing and allowing other people and myself to read them.
So this is where I write most of the time. I have my candle warmer, so it smells good. And then I have a box of random junk. Then I have my very crappy laptop, but it's the only one I have, and that's what I write on most of the time. and a second lava lamp for inspiration. There's also one behind me in my background when I film. I also have these two whiteboards, one for a calendar and the other for various notes. I write, one, because I can. I have the ability to, and I find it enjoyable. Two, because I get to create. I have a blank screen or a piece of paper and a pen, and I get to come up with these people and their lives and these places that they live, and it's just kind of cool. And three, control. In this world, so many things happen that you can't control, but when you write, you can control something. It's like, it's therapeutic.
I'm Brenda Lore, and I write because it makes me happy. This is my writing desk, my timer and my index cards, my writing fuel, my notebooks, quotes that I like, my calendar, my gel pens, and my fountain pens for writing.
Hey guys, Erin Latimer here. Let me show you where I write. It is super messy and a little dusty, so, well, it pretty much always is, so excuse the mess. So this is my super insanely messy desk, right in the corner beside the window there. Awesome view. We've got anger and sadness to keep me company. That sounds so dramatic. And little smushy sheep. Hello, little smushy sheep. Extreme close-up. I pretty much like to write entirely surrounded by books. So right beside me is all of my bookshelves, and then behind me is my backdrop for the vlog. As messy as this place is, this is hands down my favorite place in the house because it's where I write, which is what I love best in the world.
Let us know why you love writing down in the comments, and if you have pictures of your writing spaces that you want to show off, be sure to tweet them at us at YAWordNerds. We'd like to give a special thanks, shout out to all the other authors who were in this video. You guys are awesome, and don't forget to tune in this Sunday at 7:30 p.m. for our usual WordNerds live chat. Now go write some words.